I'm Jenoa.
And I'm Mo.
We are here having
the Sex Talk. So I guess today's question is about, this woman writes to us and she says that her and her partner were dating.
I like it.
And things were going great. And then he was still interested in other women and she thought they were exclusive.
Right, which could happen.
And she had asked him, are we an item? And he's like, oh, we're definitely an item.
Oh, yeah.
So she was under the impression that they were exclusive.
So they had different definitions of what being together is.
What being in a relationship is.
Right.
Yeah. You can't just assume monogamy.
Right.
I think that we grow up in a culture, we live in a culture where a lot of people just assume being together, once you label yourself
a couple, together, seeing each other, that automatically you're not interested in other people.
Yeah, and automatically it's monogamous.
And for some people that might be true, but not everyone.
Yeah.
And it's important to have these conversations from Jump Street.
Yes.
What are you looking for?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, not in a horrible confrontation, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But,
what is your idea of a relationship? Like, are you looking for a monogamous relationship?
That's right.
Are you looking to just have fun?
Right.
Are you, I mean, I think these questions obviously come up when you're dating.
Sometimes you get so overwhelmed with all of the feelings and fun and hot sex, and you might make assumptions.
Right, right.
Not that I've ever done that. Someone, I've heard about it, could have, maybe.
Yeah, we do, because all of a sudden you're feeling this certain way and everybody's feeling this sort of pull.
Yeah.
And, but you know that the other person feels that way because they answer your calls when you call. You guys see each other every night of the week, if not more or less, you know, but you guys are pretty much on the same page of how often you guys are connecting and hanging out and everything's flowing really well.
Right.
And then lo and behold, you haven't had that conversation, or they don't have the same long-term views or ideals
and
as
sometimes
you do.
things change. It's important to never assume that monogamy is happening or that that's what people want. And I think what we're trying to talk about is to have really clear conversations and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Remember, don't assume monogamy.
Right.
Just because you guys are definitely an item,
so into each other,
and so into each other, still have the conversation. Do you want to be monogamous? What are your thoughts?
Make it a choice.
Yeah.
Make it as a choice and an agreement and not something that you assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing that we wanted to talk about was there are certain stages in relationships where non-monogamy might make more sense to you.
Absolutely. Open relationships are real. They're very common, at least we're familiar with it. We know a lot of people that
been in one, been in a couple, or know people in them now.
Yeah. And same here. And open relationships, in my experience, work best when you're in a committed long-term relationship. And you and your partner both agree that this is something that you want to do together.
Right.
Or if you're single.
Yes. Yes.
And you're doing this all on your own, and you're very honest with everybody that you come into contact with that this is what you want. I think the part where it's tricky is if you're dating, and you're sort of two new people dating each other new-ishly together.
That's a tumultuous time to try and navigate that sort of thing.
Yeah.
If you plan on being together for the long term, it might be a tumultuous time to try to juggle all of that. But if you're in a long-term relationship, you feel the safety of that, you feel the protection of that trust that you already have, that is a common time to open a relationship.
A comfortable time, a secure, safe time.
Yeah, because you trust that person, you know
you
that
have a stable, like,
communication is there. Whereas when you're first getting to know someone, you don't know how much you really trust them yet. The flush of new love can be a really insecure time, and you already feel kind of insecure, and then to add that could be troublesome.
Yeah. I mean, if you're single and you're like, I'm just kind of like mingling, hanging out with whoever right now.
That's a different story.
And you're not really feeling that connection with any one person, then I think that it can be doable. But if the minute you start feeling a connection with one person, the water's a little muddy.
Open relationships are really complicated. They can be great or not great, and there's so much about communication and trust and talking about everything.
Yeah. And, you know, addressing your jealousy and your insecurity and your abandonment.
Transparency.
And all of that stuff on a regular basis with someone that you feel safe with. So if you aren't feeling safe with someone yet and you're really falling for them, it can be a little bit scary, I think.
That is a really hard time to navigate all of these things.
Yeah, so.
But it's a possibility. Open relationships are real. You can have one. You can explore. Get some, read a book. The Ethical Slut. I mean, there's probably a lot
Ethical Slut, Opening Up, Sex at Dawn, all of these really amazing books that are out there right now.
Learn a lot, talk to your partner, see what they want, see what they're expecting from the relationship with you. And if it is openness, make it work.
Yeah. The key is to talk. Don't assume monogamy, don't assume anything. Talk about it. That's what we do.
This is the sex talk, in case you were unclear.
Sex talk.